Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who don't know me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today because I'm doing the If I Could Only Keep One tag created by Kelly Gooch. I will have her video and her channel linked down below. I think this is so much fun and it was very hard for me to pick out my products, and I do kind of have the list written down here. So for primer, if I could only keep one, it would be my Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance Primer. This is a sample. I have one other sample, and then I'm probably gonna go and buy the big one. I love how this makes my skin look. I love how foundation sits on top of it. I love how it feels on my skin. I like that it's a little tacky, so it feels like everything stays in place. So this is definitely one that I absolutely love because I don't love the more silicone based primer from Smashbox. I enjoy this one a lot. Next is foundation, and it is my e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I love this foundation. I recently used it again. As you can see, this one has been loved and well loved. I love the way it looks on my skin. I love how it makes my skin look. It is an inexpensive foundation and it works really well. And I have it in the color Sand, so it's a little dark for me right now. But with a tan, it'll look great. So yeah, this is totally the one. And it was funny, I was staring at all of my foundations when I was trying to pick one out. And this one, I kept reaching for it. So I knew I had to pick it because I love this foundation. Next is concealer, and that is going to be my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, just because I love the way it looks under my eyes. It doesn't crease, it covers any dark circles, anything going on under there, and it just looks really nice. And I can also use it to highlight. I don't like to use this concealer for like my eyeshadow primer. I like to use the LA Color one lately, or the LA Girl, not the LA Color, LA Girl concealer, Pro Conceal. But this one for under my eyes and on my chin, I love this. I love that it's lightweight, but it has coverage. The next thing is bronzer. And I have been putting on bronzer more. Right now I'm not wearing any. But I have been putting on bronzer more, and so I've been reaching for my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Let me just show you this. I've had to repress this a few times, so it's a little rough around the edges, but I absolutely love this bronzer. I love how subtle it can be, or how built up you can make it, and I really enjoy this. I used to love the smell, but now it smells not off. It might be because I've had to repress it a few times, but it doesn't smell like it did in the beginning, so yeah. But would recommend. It's my favorite bronzer. I'm reaching for it again. After bronzer, it's blush. And I would say my absolute favorite for everyday wear is definitely my Milani Powder Blush in Tea Rose. I absolutely love this blush. I've been using it a lot more, and I just love how subtle it can be, or how built up you can make it, and that it complements several different looks that I do. And I highly recommend, if you haven't checked this one out, give it a try if you're not hoarding blushes. Next up is highlight, and I had to pick, you guessed it, my BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight Palette. But if I could only have one highlight from this palette, I would take Vivid here. It is the one I wear all the time. All these other ones are beautiful and I do wear them, but this is the one I reach for most often. It is kind of a pinky shade. Oh, it's just so blinding, you guys. Oh, it's just so pretty. But I love how it looks on my skin. I love how it complements my skin tone. It is definitely, if I could only have one, it would be Vivid from the BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight Palette. Next up is eyeshadow. And I'm going with my Carity 21 Highly Pigmented Matte Eyeshadows. And I believe, hold on. Sorry, something to come later fell off my table. This is the palette I chose because it has pops of color. I can do a neutral look. I can do a bright look. It just has everything that I would want in a palette and everything that I really enjoy playing with makeup, and I would just get so much use out of this. It would be so well loved, and it is so well loved, and it has been a favorite in my collection. So that is the palette I would choose. Next up is brows, and I'm going to go with the NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade just because I've been using it a lot more and I've really come to want to grab it. Like the other day I tried to do just powder in my brows and I was like, it doesn't look the way I want it to, and so I wiped that off and grabbed this and redid my brows because this has become a staple. I've been using it so much lately that it is now what I want to use. And I do really like it. I'm making some progress on it. And yeah, after I use this one up, I will probably repurchase another one because it is becoming a favorite of mine and I really do enjoy it. Next up is mascara, and if you're not here on my channel all the time, you probably don't know this, but of course it's the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. This mascara has been in my life since like junior high and high school, so I had to pick it. It is one of my favorites. I do reach for it. I am constantly rebuying it. I have this mini, and then later on I'm going to open the full size that came with the mini. But yeah, I absolutely love this mascara. Love it, love it, love it. It makes my lashes separated. It does what I want for my lashes. It lengthens them a little bit. It does not clump them together. That is a pet peeve I have with mascaras. If it clumps my eyelashes together, it's dead to me. I don't want it anymore. It's gone. It's probably going to be put in the trash. Next up is lipstick, and this is the fun guy that fell off my thing, and it would be the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Monday. This is one of my absolute favorite shades. I'm going to swatch it for you guys, because if you haven't seen it, I just love that shade. It is like my lips, but better. And it just, I love how it complements my skin tone. I love that it goes with so many different looks. It's pretty. And I swatched it over the highlight. Next up is contour. And I'm going to have to go with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette because it is getting some love. I absolutely love this palette to contour. I find it very easy to blend, very easy to use. And when this is done, I will definitely be going to purchase the refillable one because I just think that's awesome. So I am going to tag Amy from Dolly Mama Beauty as well as Amy from Alk Beauty. I'm also going to tag Karen Harris, Shannon Coral, and NikiNami, HotMessNess MUA, Kat from Rented Fashion if you haven't already done this one. Just so many people I want to tag. Vanessa from Vanessa Loves the Makeup. Raven, when she's ready to come back to YouTube. I would love to see you do this one. So there you have it. I've tagged some people. I will list them down below. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Thank you guys again, and I hope you have a great evening, day, night, wherever, and bye!